Hello, welcome to another vlog. I'm Ed Skelson, Peak District photographer, and I am in the Peak District this week. I've been to Wales, a few other places recently, but I'm back in the Peak, and not only in the Peak, I'm at the Roaches, kind of on my doorstep. It's the gateway to the Peak District for me, so I often come here and do my thing. And my thing today, well, I would have been out this morning, but the weather in Britain, if you're not from Britain, it's just been awful. It's been rain, wind, a little bit of sunshine, rain, wind, all sorts of combinations of those. Really unpredictable. It's been super unpredictable. So this morning I thought, no, I'm not even going to bother getting up. It's going to be pudding factor 5 sky. But the outlook for this evening was exactly this, you know, a good sunny sky, a little bit of cloud cover, which is good because we don't want just plain blue. Got some nice puffy clouds up there, and I've got this beautiful view across the Cheshire Plains over there, Bosley Cloud, Black Brook, I think it is down that way, and of course the Titty Reservoir over on the far left. Don't know if you can see that. The camera's following me, but anyway, why am I here right now? Let's jump into it. So we've got the old barn just at the bottom of this hill. Now, I've struggled getting a portfolio shot of this. I've had a few good ones, but only like good for Instagram, you know, good for your Facebook and that kind of thing. Oh, look at this, is all right. But I've never got a banging shot of it. I'm not going to get it tonight either. Just let's get that straight. There's no way I'll get a banger shot tonight of this because I'm shooting before the golden hour for a start. I'm just kind of making my way up the hill, and I do it gradually because I'm old and knackered. But I thought this angle is good, so I'm going to show you around and let you have a look at it. In fact, it's a bit like, you know, you can see a better shot than I can. Let me tell you the problems I've got with this shot right now. Right. I think it's a great angle. I love the fact that you can see the hole in the roof. So bear in mind, we're putting together a composition here. We're not just taking a photograph today. We're putting together a composition. This is top tier wankery. The trees either side of it are lovely. It's got that backdrop. I don't want them faded out, and I also want to try and catch the Titty Reservoir in the background. We've got some sheep milling around, so they're cool as long as they stay still. We've got some sheep, and the shadows are quite nice. They could be better. They could be better. And if I stick around, they could be, but I'm going to get impatient and I want to keep going up because there's rocks and stuff at the top. I've got an idea to shoot rocks today, which I don't normally do, but I thought I'll give it a whirl. So anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk down the hill a little, hopefully without falling over. There's no guarantees of that. It's good content if I do. You get to see a broken camera or a broken body. But I'm going to walk down, and the issue, can you see, if I run my finger up, I don't know if it'll match up with the camera, but the bank cuts diagonally across the composition. So obviously it's narrower at the top. So I don't know if I like it, right? This is the thing. I don't know if I like it. It looks, to me, with my eyes, it actually looks okay. But then when I did the iPhone thing, and it just felt awkward because I've got all this in front of it, and it felt awkward. It felt like a photograph. So I'm gonna wander down. I'm gonna wander to about midway there. Should be safe doing that, I think. And gonna give it a go. Recording at the moment on DJI Pocket 3. I do have a filter on because it's very bright. Sun's up there blasting into me. So I put an ND filter on. I think it's K&F Concept filter. I'm not sponsored by him. I did pay for it. Right, let's go. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is better because it's there's some lovely colours in there. I digress. Right, so okay, so there's only so much. You can't see it. I appreciate that. Thanks to my mic, you're hearing me. I hope it is quite breezy. Welcome to the Roaches. There's a wall down there, and the wall wouldn't be a bad thing, but there's also a fence as well, which is just awful. So I have opened it up a little bit, but perhaps not enough. Let's see. The lens I got on is 24-105. I don't need a 35mm on. There's nothing either side of it I'm interested in. The picture is right there. Plus, I'd end up with more of this in if I did. 50mm won't cut it. It would just crop in too much. So 24-105 is the answer. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to really drop down. So I'm just going to catch Tittersworth Reservoir in the top, right? So I won't have any sky in this shot from walking on. That's so I can crop up and get rid of the wall. Hopefully that'll make sense when I put the vlog together, but because in the bottom corner I've got a chunk of this, and that does not work. Now I could see, the further I go down, the more of that angle I lose, and the less of the hole in the roof I'm going to see, which is for me what makes this an interesting image. So I'll give it a go, but I don't want to go too far. So I mean, the drone would just do an absolute banging shot of this. All right, this isn't too bad. Now I'm definitely at my limit because of the fence down there. It's just in the way. It's going to be closed in because of this bloody thing. Okay, focusing on the barn. F11. Oh, it's a fucking 10-second counter. You bastard. Oh dear. Just a reminder that light and season make a big difference to any shot, and the rock formation behind me, I don't know if you can see, the bloody thing's face tracking again, so if I do that, oh, now I've got sun in my eyes. Anyway, I got a lovely picture of this rock. It was amazing. It's because it was autumn and I just kind of caught late sunrise, and the shot's going to be in my new book, but more of that when I can be arsed. Anyway, I'll throw that picture up if I can find it. Okay, quick pitch for one of my favourite photography places. One of the great things about the Roaches is there's lots of different scenes to find in a reasonably small area, and whilst it's not friendly to anyone with poorly legs, your average tubby guy like me can get up the hill. Now what you've got is bits of woodland with some nice trees, although a lot of them are chopped down. I keep bitching about that. You've got the hen cloud prominence over on the far side, and then you've got this edge, and here you've got these incredible rocks, which to me, it reminds me, so this is showing my age, but the first series of Star Trek, when the away team used to go down to the planets and they had styrofoam sets. Well, these rocks are just like that, the way they're laid out, especially the ones further up, which we're on our way up to now. But they're great, and if the sun's quite bright at the moment, there's some chunky clouds, but hopefully they're going to move past. The wind is blowing, but they're going to move past, and they should allow the sun to drop, and it's casting a few rays now, nothing strong enough to get a good shot with, but and it's a bit harsh, but I could get something, and these rocks are going to make a great foreground for that. And then of course behind them you've got a great amount of countryside. You can either do the flat bits, well, flattish, or you can go for the hilly areas. You got Shotlin's Low Hill over there, the sort of tabletop mountain. So there's all to play for here, and I don't often shoot this side, and I normally finish this when I get to the trig point, which is not far, and I've got some nice blue hour trig point shots. One of them will be in the book, and I've got a couple of nice sunrise trig point shots, but I've not got a decent sunset still. I've been coming here a while and I still don't think I've got one worthy of going in a book. It's not a portfolio shot. So you never know, might get one tonight. I don't feel it, but you just don't know what's going to happen with that sun in the next hour. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'm just shooting with the R5 this wonderful scene looking towards Bosley Cloud with the sun that's just dropped behind a big beefy cloud there. But as it comes through the bottom, it's going to cast some rays, and I'm recording it in 8K, which you don't often do. But I want to make a really nice shot, and this is for my brother in America, Dan Keats, Rikus, who hopefully one day we'll get to meet Dan face to face. But for the moment, I'm just going to send you some English countryside, buddy. So at the moment, the big struggle is that I'm shooting into the sun. Sunset, boom, it's going to drop probably right behind the tower, which you can't see because it's too bright. But there's a telecommunications tower on the hill over there. I think it used to be British Telecom. I'm not sure about that. Good apocalypse site though. If you want to get away from zombies, go up the hill, fence it off. Anyway, so again, some wonderfully shaped rocks. You got lines of sight all over the place, however you want to put your composition together. But when the sun's beating in this way, you know what the answer is, unfortunately. Bracketing. Got a focus bracket, not focus bracket, exposure bracket. It's the same thing, it's just slightly different. So yeah, I could hang on a bit. It's, you know, I think it is. I think there is a good chance that it'll. No, I don't think there's a good chance. I'm hoping there's a chance that it'll drop and there'll be no cloud other than in front, which will create the sort of golden cloud effect. But yeah, I don't think it will. So I'm thinking I'll just go straight up the trig point and piffle about round there. But also loving the shadows again. So I'm going to put the 70 to 200 on as well. Instead of doing, you know, the big epic shots, I'm going to just point the lens down in amongst the trees and see if I can find some nice little areas where the shadows are particularly engaging. And especially if I do get that golden hue, that would be quite nice, I think. It's all conjecture till you get it into Lightroom, isn't it? Oh, I've got a serious thing to mention as well. It's a bit of a mea culpa, actually. So yeah, I'll do that now. I'll do that now. Get ready for serious Eddie. So you might have seen on the TV, I'm sure you have, that there was a chap. No, I don't know the guy. I don't know his work. He was a doctor of some TV doctor or dietitian. Again, I don't know. I don't watch TV. But he'd gone away. He was on holiday in, I think, Greece. It was super hot, and he just went off on his merry way. He got a little umbrella, keep the sun off him. It was mega hot though, mega hot. And this is an intelligent grown-ass adult, you know, a smart fella, and he made a mistake. He made two mistakes actually. The first one could have been trivial, which is he just went the wrong way. He took either a wrong path or perhaps went to negotiate some terrain on his walk that was perhaps a bit too much for him. The second mistake is he didn't take his phone. Now, why do I bring this up? Because I did a similar thing that could have had just the same repercussions in my last vlog. I realised that I'd not brought my phone with me when I was not far really from the car, probably less than a mile, but it was a little bit uphill, and you know I don't like walking uphill, and so I chose to just carry on. Now there's a few reasons why I was pissed off I forgot my phone, because I couldn't operate my drone without it, so that was one thing. Couldn't send selfies to my missus. But what was really important was I had a fall. I always fall over. But this one, I even said as I was going down, there was some slate, I slipped. But if that had been bad, it was off the beaten track. It was loads of like sharp and hard slate around me. I could have just tumbled all the way down or cracked my head on something. And it's probably a way that very few people walk on a regular basis. And I didn't have my phone. So not only could I not call anyone, they couldn't even use the, the built-in come find me feature in the phone. That was really stupid of me, because in my instance, not in this chap's instance, he was just unlucky, I guess, but I knew I hadn't got the phone and I should have gone back and I should have got it. Further to that, no one knew which direction I was going to take when I went down that well sketchy path. So yeah, I just want to say, guys, ladies, take your phone or some form of communication. Let everybody know where you're going. Make sure they know which trail you're going to take. And if you decide to change your mind, as we tend to do, message someone, text, WhatsApp, give them a call. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I think my lady went mad with me when she watched that and she said that could have been you. And I thought, yeah, no argument with that. Absolutely right. So there you go. Here endeth the lesson. Okay, I'm up at the trig point now. Always be prepared at the Roaches. It never lets you down. So it really is quite sunny. It is the middle of June, and yeah, it's very breezy up here. Don't know if you can tell, is my hair moving? Probably not. And it's well cold now. So again, not my first rodeo. I know there's lots of you that have been to the Roaches, and I know some of the new people, hello, might not have been. So when you come to the top of the Roaches, bring some kind of jacket, at the very least a fleece, but I would suggest a wind cheater. I don't care what time of year it is, bring it, because it'll catch you out and then you won't be able to stay long and that'll ruin it for you. Anyway, so I'm just wandering around the top now. I've kind of sized up. There's not a great deal to do. There's the trig point, and it's really just waiting to see what the light's going to do. There's no magical arts to this. You set your camera up, trig point's the foreground, let the sun do its work, see if there's any exciting clouds. I haven't done that reaching into the trees yet, so maybe do that next. I think first I'm gonna sit down and have a drink, have a bar of chocolate or something, and but lovely, it's very lovely. We'll get a shot tonight. Won't be a banger, but we'll get one. I have bought a piece of shit cam with me. This is the Canon Ixus point and click. It's got a few megabits. Honestly, it'll literally just point and click. So I'm going to try and do some shots. If I get a good one, I'll put it up now. So we've got no colour yet, and it's really bright, so I'm probably just going to have to sit around, really. There's not, unless I go wandering, which I don't want to do, there's not much to do. I've had my drink, I've had my chocolate bar, I might have another chocolate bar, but yeah, so sunset, it's very bright, so you're bracketing. The other thing you can do is shoot away from the sun. However, that's basically white, weathered white, which means it really reflects. So you're going to have issues with that too. The best option I've got is to shoot from here and catch side light, so it just does a beam of light on the corner. That's okay. That creates some nice shadows, and even if the sun doesn't change colour to this golden hue we're after, we still got some nice lights on the bits of grass. So you just work with what you've got, don't you? You play the hand you're dealt. Well, it's gone from quite cold to bloody freezing. So It's not freezing, it's just really cold. So the light isn't happening how I want it to up here. I'm not going to get a banger shot with the trig point. So what I'm going to do is head back down to the rocks where I was earlier and just see if we can finish off with something interesting there. I'm going to wrap it up now. The sun didn't play ball, which I said it wouldn't, which makes me smart. I met this lovely chap, Ian. Yeah. Ian here. Hello. If you don't mind being on camera, do you, Ian? No, no. Good. I don't have to edit that out then. So it's been a lovely night, but I don't think I've got any banger shots. Wasn't expecting any. So always, you know, set your expectations. But you've got to come out, because if you don't come out, you'll miss the shots when they do happen. But it's been lovely. Met a lovely chap. You know, one of the beauties of doing this is you can get out and chat to people and talk about the hobby, talk about other YouTubers, and just really enjoy yourself. Either relax or get excited, it doesn't matter which. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up. I'm really cold. I'm going to go home and have something to eat. See you for the next one.